I'm locked in with JJ.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Inside Game Podcast. I'm your host, John James, and today I am here with a special guest. Some of you guys don't know who that voice is when it comes to my sports betting.
My name is Alexandra Versace.
Okay, and tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, so I am from Pennsylvania. I've lived in North Carolina for about 3 years now. I attend the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Go Tar Heels. I think our things like I don't know if we have
Let's see how simple.
I don't think we have one. I'm majoring in sports administration with a minor in social and economic justice.
Okay, nice little.
I don't know what else.
That's a solid bio.
Okay, period.
As you can see, Versace, I call her Versace. Versace is doing her thing. We didn't plan the pink, by the way, y'all. This is literally random. This episode is sponsored by Sleeper Picks. You can see right there, use my code JJSuperlocks. They match up to $500 on your first deposit. NBA playoffs are going on right now, so make sure you guys tap into that. My link will be in the description when this episode drops. You guys don't know, but Versace is very passionate about certain things that I'm going to let her discuss because I'm just going off of based on what I see on her story on Instagram. And so I see like you're in a couple of different groups actually.
Yes, and I actually just got a new position the other day.
Okay.
My school year.
Okay, explain that.
So basically, I'm gonna give you all the rundown. This semester, so basically, the fall 2023 was my first semester at UNC. I transferred from a community college. So coming in as a junior, it was honestly really hard, like making new friends and everything. Because at that point, like everybody already has their friend groups, whatever, and I get a little shy sometimes. Like, I'm like, and so it was like hard for me to come out my shell. But this semester, I came out my shell. I was like, I want to get involved in the campus because I was very involved in my community here in Burlington, and also at my community college that I was at. I did like my state and my community college student government. So like very involved. So this semester I was like, due to personal experiences like women in sports and also like female identifying people, like we are minorities in the sports field. Mm-hmm. Like we often get mansplained. Like if I say something to a man about like football, mm-hmm. like the different downs, things like that, they're like, what man told you that? Like, why gotta be from a man? Like I know sports and things like that. So I saw this need, and so I created a club at UNC. It's called EWISC, Empowering Women in Sports at Carolina. So that's for women and female identifying people. So there's a lot coming in store for that. And then I also got a DEI fellowship for next year.
Okay.
So that's diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I also got appointed co-director for diversity, equity, and inclusion for our executive branch for next year.
Jeez.
And I'm also excited because I'm doing a senior honors thesis on accessibility to sports for inner city youth.
Okay.
And how it affects them.
So it sounds like you got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff in the pipeline. Does it go hand in hand with your mental health at all? Like, does it make you feel better overall from a day to day?
I think so. Something about me, I've been telling everybody, like especially like my church E group, I've been telling them like I need to put myself first. But one thing I absolutely love is I love service, mm-hmm. and I love serving others, like making other people happy and helping other people from like a genuine point makes me happy. Mm-hmm. So it's like I find more joy in other people's happiness than I do my own. It's kind of like a good and a bad, if that makes sense. But I'm always like used to being busy. Like you can ask Kalisha. She used to be like, "Girl, just sit down."
And for the people that don't know who Kalisha is, that's Versace's friend that is a mutual friend of both of ours.
Yes, my old name.
Because you said Kalisha super casual, like they don't know.
Yeah.
They have no clue who Kalisha is. Would you recommend people who are going through like kind of like a rough time to try to get involved in something? To keep them busy?
100%. When I moved down here, I didn't have like that many friends. Like I was working at Texas Roadhouse and I was at community college. I was working like 50 hours a week when I first started. It wasn't until like January or something that I moved down in like August. So it wasn't until like January that I actually hung out with people outside of work besides like my family. And just the more as I got involved in the community, it was just like the better my life was. Like I ended up being involved at the Dream Center in downtown Burlington. It's a nonprofit, and I became involved with like the Youth for Sports, and I even had the opportunity to take one of the teams that I was an assistant coach for to England and Wales for soccer.
Oh wow.
So it's like I personally say like, but in my personal opinion, like in order to be involved in a community, like you need to like get yourself into the mix, like start volunteering, get to know people. But that's just what I find joy in, like especially if you're new to an area, it's uncomfortable at first, but get in your community.
Yeah. It's easier said than done though.
Oh, it took me
I mean? Like,
it took me like a year.
yeah. People want to, but don't know where to go, where
Yeah.
to find different things that they like.
And that's like, I think that's like the biggest thing, because the only reason I knew about the Dream Center was because I was doing a resume class for high school.
Oh, okay.
From ACC for my C-STEP. And so we were going in doing resumes for high schoolers, and I saw they had a soccer field. And I said to them, oh, like, do you guys need soccer coaches? I was proud of myself because
you took initiative.
I took initiative. And sometimes, like, it's really hard. And if I wasn't in that place at that time, that would have never happened for me. Facts.
Nah, yeah. In terms of when I was in school, even like, I'm saying that like I'm 30, but a couple years ago, I found out about the Boys and Girls Club. I went to the Boys and Girls Club as a kid for like a year, but I found out about it through work study as well at Elon. And I would have never known that they had like positions where college students could work there. And I ended up being there 4 years. So like,
that's why I just started.
Yeah, that changed my whole like perspective on like helping people and whatnot. Cause I did like somewhere like the Red Cross like years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like doing CPR training, dealing with them kids. It teaches you to have a lot of patience. Cause them kids will try to run you to the ground. They don't care about what you got going on your day to day at all. So you got to put a smile on your face every day for them. But it means a lot to them. So. That's good that you're involved in a whole bunch of different stuff. What do you want to do for a career, like post college?
So my like dream career is two things. Obviously, like I really value my education. Like your education is something that nobody can take away from you. So I want to get a doctorate. I want to be a college professor and do research in critical race theory and like DEI issues like in America. And even kind of like looking at things over the world. But like one of my biggest things that I want to do is obviously, and it's so funny because when I got out of high school, like I had applied to UNC, like all I saw was UNC. I mean, I got into other colleges, but like that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to do business. Like if you would ask me, I want to be like a corporate CEO, like Birkin bag closet.
Yeah.
Still want a Birkin bag closet.
Right.
But like I just wanted to be like
Birkin
rich.
closet
Wasn't
is
really
insane.
like, I don't know, like it kind of did a full 180. Like I was meant to get rejected from UNC off the get-go. I was supposed to come down to community college because that showed me like I really want to work in nonprofit with youth, and I want to have a nationwide nonprofit for inner city youth sports. And I'm not gonna go into it because I don't want somebody seeing this and saying, "Wow, that's a really good idea for a nonprofit."
Right?
We
I
have ideas to attach my cities and everything.
Whoever's listening, do not take the sauce. She got the sauce. Let her get her stuff started first before you try to apply it to what you got.
But I also want to focus on, because especially for inner city youth, just like making sure they're getting proper education, because that's another thing. Like when you look at like redlining and things like that, like the funding that my school had compared to the inner city school that's like 15 minutes down the road is insane. And even like the education and just going into social justice and education, like education is very important. I'm not going to go on that tangent. Also like giving them like leadership opportunities, practice interviews, helping them get in contact with college coaches. Like there's a lot of stuff that kids who don't have access to sports clubs don't have, because travel sports is expensive.
Yeah, no, it costs over time. That stuff adds up like crazy.
Like I said, when I decided I didn't want to play soccer in college, I said to my parents, I'm sorry. I was like, I am so sorry, because it's time, it's money. Like, all the time.
You got to be fully committed for that.
Every weekend in the car, it's time to go play soccer.
Yeah, every time. It's like school on the weekends, but you obviously doing something that you like. But after a certain amount, if you're not in love, it get draining. You know what I'm saying? Like,
especially my high school coach was my club coach.
Oh.
I hope she don't see this. She
Yeah.
know I don't like
Hopefully
her.
she don't
But
see
she ruined the sport for me. So that was something that I went through. I stopped playing soccer my senior year. That was like my
High
first.
school? Okay.
I played soccer for 14 years. That was like my first breakup.
Dang.
But that's why I'm really happy I found the Dream Center, because I was able to reapproach it in like a healthier way.
Would you want to be a professor at UNC Chapel
No.
But based on that, it sounds like
No.
So where would you want to?
Well, if UNC changes,
Okay.
I feel like we have good professors, but I don't agree with certain things that are going higher up in the university. It's definitely weird as a northern coming down to the south.
Yeah.
And seeing how
Yeah,
people
whole
act.
different ballgame.
But I feel like, especially since I want to do like DEI, right now DEI is under a ban, so they're cutting DEI positions and everything. They're not touching student organizations and things like that, but they're like cutting DEI funding. I think they did it in Alabama and Texas. They're doing it in North Carolina. So I would have to go up north.
And I think that's what I saw in your story the other day, right?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to go back up north with it.
Yeah.
But see, what
Or I'm
about
gonna go to,
for
like,
the South
England.
where they not getting that opportunity?
And
And you
that's,
could be that voice to change. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know, and that's why I'm so excited about my role in DEI, because a lot of people, like when a lot of people think about DEI, they think it's just race. And I was saying to my advisor the other day, because he was the one that got me into DEI. He does DEI ACC. And it's like DEI is your social economic status, like your relationship status, gender, sexual orientation, religion, race, ethnicity, physical, mental disabilities, military status.
Oh, so it's all inclusive.
Like, it's
for
so
real.
many things, and
Yeah.
even like equity, like IEP programs for students with learning disabilities. But it's like people think it's only about race. But the reason why is because there's such an inequality and inequity within race in this area that it is about race, because that's what y'all are making it to be. But they think DI is like, it's only about race. Like, it's so much more, but since that's where the issue is,
Yeah.
that's what we need to focus on.
And I don't see
Sad.
nobody. I besides you, I don't see nobody talking about it. Legit, like I go on social media, I don't see nothing of that. You're the only one that I've seen even talk about that type of stuff.
It's also like I pay attention to legislation just with my student government. Like, I've had meetings with legislators before. I've attended the assemblies and everything, looking at the bills that they passed. And it's very important. And a lot of people, like, this DEI ban doesn't necessarily affect me, but I have been I'm in positions where I can create a change. And I think, like, a lot of people, like, some people just don't know, like, they don't post anything about it because, like, they just don't know about it. They may be oblivious. But also, like, sometimes you have to educate people. And, like, that's what my goal of posting is, like, you see it, like, getting
Facts.
people to see it, bringing it to their attention. Because my social justice and education teacher told us, he's like, are people being ignorant and, like, oblivious to it? Or is, like, do they just genuinely don't know?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of both. Because I mean, just based on what I was reading from you, this is why I wanted Versace on the pod, because I feel like she was bringing something to the table that I haven't been introduced to, and my mom's an educator herself, and so she probably advocates for the same type of stuff. But me not being at the house no more, I don't see it. So, but I feel like a lot of people need to see it, because there's so many people that's in school, about to go to school, and they may not even know what their school allows and doesn't allow, because they're never shown it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not important to them.
Yeah.
Do you think that teachers and sports educators and that type of field, you think they should be paid more? Because I know that's a major talking point.
So it's hilarious. My sister and her boyfriend, they are teachers in Pennsylvania. They, like, their salary compared to people down here, like, I don't want to put out numbers, but I know people who have been in positions for years in higher education and get paid less than them.
Really?
And they just graduated. And I think that's a big problem in the South, because like, I noticed when I was doing my discussion post at ACC, I'm like, this is like their first time hearing about this. And, like, that was a shock to me, because that's something I learned in, like, 6th, 7th grade. And, like, I started paying closer and closer attention, and, like, I talked to my kids that I coach. Like, I would help them with, like, I would ask them about their schoolwork and everything, like, what they're learning about. And even, like, one of my friend's younger sisters, like, I would help her with her homework. And I'm like, you're just not learning this.
Yeah.
And seeing the difference in the education from north to south, like if I'm having kids, like when I have kids, either they're and I'm down here, they're either going to go to a good school for their education, or we're moving back up north to where I feel like
wow.
education is valued, because just the difference in education and also the pay, like these teachers do not get paid enough, especially in like the younger ages and higher education. And also like teachers, like they have to buy supplies for their classroom, snacks for their kids, like it's so much. And especially with the way like certain kids are acting, like I've noticed behavioral issues, like where I was volunteering at, like kids are just I don't know what it is, if it's social media, maybe if we acted that way, we used to think we were bad. But I definitely think teachers, like, they're our biggest heroes. When you have a good teacher,
Facts.
those are our biggest heroes, because we need to educate. Education is
100%.
important.
It's teachers I had first, second grade. I remember to this day, like lessons they didn't taught me that I use,
Yep.
as a grown man. And I was thinking about that whole pay thing in the South. Like these teachers, they gotta put so much on their shoulders on a day-to-day basis, and they're struggling at home, and so
Yeah.
their stress is just twofold until it comes to a point where teachers reach a breaking point. They don't even want to teach no more, even though they went to school maybe or had some type of influence that made them want to get into teaching.
Yeah.
They lose that love, like you said for soccer. Like after a while, you just reach a point where like, okay, I don't want to do this no more. And so I feel like that's it's not beneficial for kids growing up right now, because it's not getting no better, honestly. Because even at the Boys and Girls Club, like I was full-time teacher mode for 2 hours a day in there. Like them kids, I'd say, "What y'all learn?" They'd be like, "My teacher just sat down and didn't teach nothing."
Like they don't have homework.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't have homework?
Yeah, like and that's what made me feel like I was born in the '70s or something, because I had homework every day. Like
Books.
there was no
Books.
non-homework. Like, but I think that was more so mom being an educator. Like she was gonna give me homework anyway. You know what I'm
As she
saying? So,
should.
but there's a bunch of kids whose parents ain't educators.
Yeah.
And so they go home, get on the game, repeat. And then you get to high school, you get to college, and you lost, don't know what to do, because, I mean, you wasn't taught the whole way through. On top of just like book lessons, it's like stuff in school that you just learn over time to adapt to, whether it's socially, you know what I mean? Like without having that proper school like setting. And I don't knock people who are homeschooled, but I feel like it's so much harder for them to adapt socially once they get into the real world for
Yeah.
real. Because homeschool, you just know the people who homeschool you, and that's it. You're at home.
They have because I know people who are homeschooled, they have like sports leagues and stuff, and like they go to this one thing. So I do know they interact with other homeschool kids, but not everybody does that.
Yeah, and it's not everybody else too. It's just other homeschool kids. But I'm saying, like, are you gonna have a homeschool career after? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
You gonna work
deal
remote?
with, yeah, you got to deal with real people that like they weren't homeschooled, like public school. I'm a public school child.
Me too.
I didn't go to private school, and so I feel like people who go to public school are more socially. They can adapt easier socially
Yeah.
because you deal with all types of people in public school.
You see a lot in public
Yeah.
school. But I will say I never saw a fight.
Really?
No, I never saw a fight in public school.
No.
I always missed all the fights, and that's like my biggest regret from high school.
Then you ain't seen
I
no
ain't see
school
a fight.
fight. So you've only seen what you've seen on social media. For real.
Yeah.
Dang. I done seen some fights in my day for sure. I done been in a couple.
Not you.
But that's for another day. So you seem like you got a good head on your shoulders about what you want to do.
Say that again.
What? Oh, you thought I was gassing you up. All right, well, we're just going to keep moving on from there. So with that being said, it seems like you like the whole girl boss type vibe. So when it comes to a man,
I'm not gonna say my corny line.
right? What you gonna say?
Y'all, I was gonna say like the question is what don't I look for? But I'm not trying to be corny today. I'm trying to change as a woman.
Right, but see, look, this is what I'm saying. Okay, so if a guy wants to take you out of work, are you being taken out of work? Because some will say, No, I want to be able to make my own money.
Okay.
Others would be like, I'm sitting down.
So it's so crazy that you say that because I say this all the time for my friends. So I have conflicting opinions because the biggest thing I want in life is to be a mom.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have kids. Like I want to have like
How
a
many?
strong, healthy. I want to have 2.
Oh, okay.
But if I'm rich, I want to adopt 2 as well. So I want to have 4 total. So
Okay.
it really just depends financially because I don't want to take on because I want to give my kids the world.
Yeah.
And I mean, if I get pregnant with, I'm not even gonna say it. I don't know
What
what
is it about the-
octuplets or something.
The octuplets is
Anywho.
super unlikely, bro.
One of the biggest things, like one of my biggest life goals, like honestly, my biggest life goal is to be a good mom, like have kids, like give them the world, whatever. But I love working. Like I'm such an on the go girl. Like I've been doing sports since I was young, school, practice. When I was in high school, I was doing honors AP classes, soccer 6 days a week, and working.
Oh,
Like I'm so
You
used
don't
to
know nothing
go
else.
go go. Like I've had
Yeah.
a job since I was 14,
Yeah.
and I'm just like even like last year I was the president of my community college student government. I was on the state student government. I was volunteering. Like I'm so used to being on the go. I don't think I can be taken out of work.
Really?
Like I would rather my man be a stay-at-home husband.
What's the price for you to stay at home? Because like everybody got that number.
If my man rich, okay,
Like he's making, let's say he make
And-
$500,000 a year. Do you need to work? Or
I
no?
want him to start my nonprofit.
Okay.
And I'll do it
You
from
can work
home,
from home.
oversee it,
Okay.
take care of the kids. I need to be doing something.
Okay,
I need
so
to be doing something.
twofold question. If he is providing like that, right?
Okay.
Are you doing all the little things at home? Or
Oh,
are
yeah.
you one of those ones like,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
you gotta come home and still we split like responsibilities and whatnot?
I think it depends. Like, I don't think the man should expect everything from me. Like, even like doing like the little things. Like, I love when somebody notices the little things about me. Like, makes me blush. Like, oh, like you remember that? Like, I promise, I don't come off as it, but I'm a really lovey-dovey person. But it's like it takes a while for that to come out of me because I'm so used to being dominant
Right.
and strong. That's hard.
And why
for me
is
to-
that like?
I don't know. Like, I grew up with all guy friends.
Oh, okay.
But I was the mom of the group. Like I have such motherly. I have motherly. Shut up. I have
All guy
motherly
friends?
instincts. But it's because the girls like didn't include me when I was younger. My first friend was a guy, so I just became friends with all his guy friends. But I do have more girlfriends now. Cause you know how girls are like growing up. Like I had girlfriends growing up, but like my closest best friend growing up was a boy. Besties.
Just side eye.
But I do think like I don't know, like I would want him to still do like little things for me. Like I want him to feel like I'm his
take
maid.
the trash out? He gonna come and take the trash.
You better
out.
take the trash out at night.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? He can take the trash out, like, or if he's like, you know, like, if I'm working, when I get home, can I just expect like a meal?
But if it's like if I'm home all day with the kids, whatever, like you're gonna come home to a meal.
And you don't have to cook
It's gonna
it
be
every time. It's
clean.
just like
Like
a meal. You
obviously,
can order it. if
You won't
want.
come home to a meal. You might get a foot massage.
Oh snap! Are you really doing that though? Because I feel like a bunch of
I
girls
do.
just say that.
That's my
until-
mom. I give her foot massages every time I'm
That ain't a
home.
man. Your mom is your mom.
Yeah, but I do like my I guess like my way to show affection is like gift giving
Okay.
and acts of love.
Okay.
So I will give a little. I give really good massages too.
Okay.
That's what my mom and sister told me.
All right. Well, look, y'all heard it first. She might have her own massaging company
Definitely
soon.
not, because my hands need massaged after.
You gotta go to somebody right after you get yours off. Can your man have a girl best friend?
Okay, so here's my thing with this, because obviously I can't say no, he can't have a girl best friend, just because like I do think and know that men and women can be friends, have a platonic relationship without it being like people might be like, oh, they matching.
Nah, they legit.
You know what I'm saying?
They legit
But
can.
it's
It's possible.
Men and women, from my experience, men and women can be friends. But I've seen it from both sides of women being dirty. But if it's like, you shouldn't be with somebody if you don't have that trust with them. So like, have a girl best friend. Just don't disrespect me. Make sure you're respectful in front of my back. Well, in front of me.
In front of your back.
And like in front
I
of me
might keep
and
that in
behind my
there for
back. But like, as long as like they're respectful about it and go about it, like obviously you're not gonna have a girl best friend and like y'all.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying is, okay, would
Like
you want
platonic?
him?
Yes,
Would
that's
you want
fine.
him? Would you want him to introduce y'all to each other?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I think it's important to know like who your significant other is friends with.
Mm-hmm.
And like just like I would want my man to get to know my friends and like be nice to them.
Would you want your man to get to know your guy friends though?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think a lot of dudes ain't going for that, bro.
And I have noticed that. But honestly, I haven't really been in like the dating scene. But I will say like I value my guy friends. Like my guy friends have never tried anything on me.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to my one friend about this the other day because they were like, "Yeah, my guy friends have tried to make moves. I haven't, but I've known them since the sandbox.
All right, true.
Like I'm
once
talking about
you got
kindergarten,
years,
first grade. We have years on us. Like they don't. No.
Because they ain't not even looking at like.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
vice
Like
versa.
I'm
Y'all
their
looking at each
sister.
other like, yeah.
They might be some of my bridesmaids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They definitely not, but they'd be funny in a dress. But I definitely like I would want them to get. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I would want them to meet because they're gonna say embarrassing things about me.
What you mean?
Like they just gonna tell stories from when we were kids.
Oh.
I used to be.
I feel like as a dude.
Would you want to meet your girls' guy best friends?
Nah.
Why?
No, because I'm not meeting them niggas. Because no. Also because why do you have a guy best friend, bro?
I feel like okay. So here's
Not
the
a
thing.
best friend.
But like a guy.
You got a friend, bro. That's cool. Because I feel like if you with them, they should almost if you're in a relationship with somebody, they should be your best friend. That
No, I agree with that
as well.
I think that your significant other should be your person, your go-to. I also think like don't cut off your friends behind you. But I will say like as I got older, like obviously at the end of the day, like those are my brothers, but we don't talk every day and stuff like we used to.
Because it don't gotta be like it don't have to be like that. Yeah, y'all both know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like if my girl has to have that best friend, like you said, like a sandbox best friend.
Yeah.
Cause like I got two of my girl best friends, shout out Kai and Mike, and I know y'all gonna watch this. I want like my girl has to be cool with them.
Yeah.
Too, cause like I've known them since I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
So it's just one of them things like y'all gotta be cool. Cause the other thing, if they don't like you, I'm not dating.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's 18 years, and they know like if a girl like is decent for me. You know what I mean? Like it's been times like we done clash where they like, how you messing with her? Like why?
Oh.
And I be
they like me for real. I tell my guy
like,
friends, I'm like,
And I'll be like, well, then I know, okay, this can't be someone I get into a relationship with.
Yeah.
Might be someone I kick it.
We be knowing. Like,
I think y'all do for real. I think
my
y'all
guy
really do
friends,
be knowing.
it's so funny because all their girlfriends, like when they meet me, they're like, "Oh, I've heard so much about you." Like they looking for my approval. And I'm like, okay, like, hey, come back.
So you do like the fake personality, like
no, I'm genuine. I'm genuine until they give me a reason not to like. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, like, some of my guy friends, like, I love some of the girls. Like my one friend, he has like the sweetest girlfriend. It was his 21st birthday when I was back home. I saw him at the casino. Like we were chit chatting. Like it's just nice because there's no animosity. Like they definitely brought girls and they're like side eyeing me. Like, why are you side eyeing me? Like this ain't my house, but this is my house.
Yeah.
And
I think it's just a territory.
That's what I'm saying, because you're not gonna play with my friends.
Yeah.
You're not. But
I think it's human nature to have some type of like in the back of your mind, like thinking about, all right, what's really going on here?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you know what I mean?
Why are you messing with this man? Because sometimes I don't know how they pull such pretty girls.
All right, bro.
I love y'all though.
But that's how you know you really like a true, real platonic friend of theirs.
Yeah.
Because that's how mine are. I mean, they like, bro, what is like how?
That's what I'm saying. Well, some of them like, what's your recipe like?
Yeah, like, what you mean, bro? Like, calm down. You been going on dates?
No.
What's your ideal date?
Ooh, I don't know.
Is there a price tag on it, or is it more of like an experience type of thing? So
I haven't really like It's hard to say. Like, I haven't really been in the dating field. Like, I've been focused on myself for like the past 2 years since I moved down here, whatever. And I'm a very like independent person. I do have my moments where I'm like, ooh, like I want to do this with a man. I want to be laid up with a man. But it's like I'm ready to find my husband.
Yeah.
But
Already? Like I'm saying, like you ready to find your husband right now?
Maybe. Because, I mean, think about it, like, we getting older, like, the next person that we're with could be our person.
Yeah, no, you definitely dating. No, look, you're dating to marry.
Yeah, that's how I'm, but I feel like, I don't know, apparently there's a roster nowadays.
Well,
people be doing rosters.
Well, you ain't stepped into the scene. You guys stepped into the scene.
I know, I haven't stepped into the scene. Into the scene, but I definitely, like, I need to get used to, like, how dates go nowadays. Yeah. Because actually, I've never been taken out on, like, a proper date.
Really? Like, in your life?
No. Maybe it was mini golf when I was in, like, 9th grade.
Oh, no, I'm saying, like, since you've been grown. That's nuts.
No, I haven't really put myself out there to take that opportunity. Yeah. But I do think like I'm not a girl that's like, oh, take me to the most expensive place. Like I want quality time. Like I want to get to know you. I want to pick your brain and everything. That's
guys, you heard that. She ain't been taken out, so whoever wants her, I want to take her out. Just my standards are low. Dang, you might be geeked off the first day, Loki. You might be geeked.
Now he took me out to McDonald's.
Hey, you might be turned. He thinking in his head like, damn, where we went to Wendy's and she right, and she turned up. Damn. Yeah, that might skew your perception of him.
I know.
And so what type of man like let's get into that.
Okay. The biggest thing I want in a man is a God-fearing man.
Here we go. And I'm not even saying that. I'm a Christian man, but she got baptized last week. and that she want a God-fearing man. I'm just messing with her. Of course,
it's so funny though because it's like I just started getting back to my relationship with God back in like October, and the way my life has completely changed my outlooks. Like I went through 2 deaths. And I dealt with them completely different than what I used to, just because like my faith has gotten stronger and like seeing what God can do for me. I'm like, okay, like I really like this. And I want somebody to have like the same principles and values as me. Like I want to be able, like you having a bad day, you have something come up, I want to pray for you.
That's major.
And I want you to pray for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I want that to be, people say, oh, Christ at this time relationship. Like, is it though? Like I want, you know what I'm saying? I want us to have Christ in our relationship.
I feel like that's super important.
I want a man that can communicate. Cause I also like was told like men don't look at texting the way girls look at texting.
Nah, not even in the slightest.
I don't know that.
Especially like,
cause I kiki high with my friends all day.
See, I feel like in high school it was the same. Like it was leveled.
Yeah.
After that. Like, I could be sending a text to somebody, and I could be in a great mood, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I send a text back, and she might take it like I'm trying to fall back on her.
No, literally.
And I'm like, well, bro, what? Like, how you get that from what I said?
Especially somebody with anxiety.
Well, that girl math stuff is real, bro. I used to think it was cat when y'all be like, girl math. Please don't. That's a real thing, bro.
Math is a thing. And plus, like, I don't know, I'm a little bit delusional. I'm not even gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah.
So you crazy?
Well, no, I'm not crazy. But I've been diagnosed with anxiety since 3rd grade. My anxiety is a lot better than what it used to be. But I like make up things in my head.
Or like my scenarios?
Yes, and my confidence is a lot lower. Like,
do you self-sabotage stuff?
Ooh, 100%. 100%.
I used to do that too.
100%.
It took a while for me to stop doing it. It does take a while.
I'm working on it. I'm definitely better than what I was, but I feel like also like with the right man, like it'll work itself out because you don't have to be perfect to find your person. Like sometimes you really just build with somebody.
Facts. I used to be so scared to commit, man. Like I mean, terrified of it, bro. You probably are. No, I'm not based on that reaction.
I'm not scared of. Well, it's because I used to be like.
Yeah.
I used to like after 3 weeks, 2 months.
But see, I ain't used to do that. Like I used to like hold on still but not
let him go.
yeah, but not take it to the next level
Yeah.
either. It's because I'm like,
That's
dang,
real.
am I really about to just
That's
see you
real.
on your way? And because then I'm gonna be sick if you with some other dude. But then I still don't want to, be there.
Yeah.
That's why freshman year of college, I'm not gonna name her because no way. But I was talking to this girl and checked every single box. Could have dated her. Just I would literally spent every day with her and couldn't date. I just couldn't date her. And it wasn't even like I was seeing other girls or nothing. I just couldn't do it. That's what I'm saying.
You would have spun me
But
out.
then a girl my sophomore year did me just like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I learned how to.
I was gonna say after I got played in high school, I ain't never treat a man crazy ever again.
Yeah, that's when it flipped for me. I was like, dang, bro, a girl can do the same thing I just did. And so I was like, I just gotta be better.
You never know what somebody's like. At the end of the day, you never know where somebody's head is at.
At all.
Cause y'all could be
Bruh,
like together, laid up.
Man, look.
They texting somebody else.
Look,
like,
it could be this episode would be 4 hours long based on that right there, bro. Because you never know what somebody really thinking, bro.
That's the scary thing.
No, but they'll really put on like a show for you.
Yeah, like don't play in my face.
It's gonna make you really believe like that.
And I'm grown now. Like I'm not finna like spaz out and you'll be like, I'm gonna just let it rock.
I used to think I'd never be like the crash out type or whatever, right?
I had my crash out moment.
I had one situation where like I wasn't even in control of like my own like my emotions were so crazy that I can tell you what I did without saying like the scenario, but I was in my room upstairs. I was in my folks' crib. Ran down the steps. I'm screaming. My folks is in there. My grandma in there.
Not you acting up in front of your grandma.
No, everybody. I'm like, bro, y'all was right. Slam the door, right? I get in the whip, and then it hit me. I was like, bro, you gotta get up out of this love thing, because, bro, it's good to be in love. Trust me. When you with that right person.
When you with the right person, love is good.
But when you think it's the right person, and everything come crashing down, woo. Cause I ain't never, like I told you, scared to commit. So I ain't never deal with no heartbreak or nothing. First heartbreak like that, oh my, that took 8-9 months of recovery, no lie.
Honestly, I crashed out for like 9 months. I was stupid in front of so many people.
And then you feel so embarrassed after, cause you like that.
And it's funny because I'm friends with the person now.
Really?
We have a platonic
And that's how it
relationship.
be.
But my thing is
Sometimes.
like, I took it as an experience. My biggest thing is if you don't take your failures in life as a lesson and an experience, like you're not living life right.
Yeah, it's gonna be super hard to succeed if you're not taking your failures as lessons for sure.
And I'm thankful that I got played for the whole school year because like it taught me a lot about myself. Like I learned how to love myself again. I learned how to be confident. Like I was always, you couldn't tell me different. Like I went from not wanting to look at myself to like
always
you a bad
looking at
bitch.
yourself. Right. I'm looking at the nails right now.
Amazon.
That's exuding confidence right there. You don't wear them nails unless you confident.
We were talking about earlier, I want a man because I've always been so like dominant and so strong. I want a man to put me in my soft girl era.
And feminine energy.
And I don't want it to be like, I don't want him to, like, I need my man to be okay with me being a girl boss because some men aren't used to being with a strong woman. But I need him to like kind of like not put me in my place.
Used to a girl.
Yeah.
Broken
I need a man to like not put me in my place, but to like adjust my point of view.
Yeah.
And it's like let him take. You know what I'm saying? Like
you want to feel just overall safe.
I don't be able to like step back.
Yeah.
And I think like if a man can do that, like you take me out of the game.
So where are you finding that man? Like, are you one of those like I'm gonna let God handle it?
I'm gonna let, at the end of the day.
Cause you think you can find a man in the club?
Absolutely not. I don't really go to the I don't really go to the club like that. Like I've probably gone out like I've gone out a decent amount, but it's not like every day. I'll go out like when we went on Halloween. There's literally a video of me saying I want to go home and eat wings.
Really? Yeah.
Like I want a man like we can go out to the club together, you know, come home. Yeah. Like I want him to carry like maybe if I'm a little tipsy, have him carry me in.
So you want that Cinderella
Cinderella
Glass slipper.
shit, yeah.
It's possible though. It ain't like it ain't out there. It is out there.
Somewhere. Well, I definitely don't think I'm gonna find a man in the club. I definitely had a man say to me, he was like, "What's your name?" I said my name because when you talk to men out in public, you never know how a man's gonna react. Because sometimes men be like getting mad.
Yeah, especially
when you say
when
no.
there's alcohol in their system, it might get aggressive. Like, who you talking
That's what I'm
to?
saying. And I'll talk crazy to a man, but I won't talk crazy to a woman because I can't fight. But this one man was like, he asked for my Instagram. I was like, no, thank you. I was like, no, thank you.
What?
Because I just
No
wasn't,
to the gram though.
I really wasn't like, sometimes I will be like, oh, here's my Instagram. Like, you just won't get a follow out of me. It depends on how I'm feeling. Like, if I feel safe saying no. But this man gonna be like, why? I'm like, I'm just not like men right now. Like, I'm focusing on me. He's like, what if I was a woman? That just made me mad. That's like saying, would you love me if I was a worm? Yeah. Like, why are we talking about hypotheticals? Yeah. And I was just, my friends, like, I said, y'all get me. We got out of there. I was like, but I feel like when the time is right, I really will put it in God's hands because obviously I can't pick. That's such a lie because I don't really even be trying to pick.
Nah, you know she can't pick that because I remember. Well, no, I can't speak on.
Matter of fact,
Zaxby's. I seen this thing. It was like 75% of men when they go out are invisible.
They're invisible. Like
75% of men won't even get a word spoken to them by a woman out.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I paid attention to it last time me and my boys was out. And I just looked around. I was like, damn.
Well, cause
that's crazy though.
My thing is like in the past, I was a shooter. I shoot my shot. You know what I'm saying? Like if I thought you were cute, I would shoot my shot with you. But now I'm definitely more shy. Like as I'm like coming back into this dating world, and my friends are like, "I mean, it's supposed to come to you, right. But I don't want to go to me to get rejected." And sometimes, like, I don't even go out to look for men. You know what I'm saying? I go out to have fun, be with my friends. And I will say, like, 9 times out of 10, I don't speak to, like, a man. Unless it's, like, my friend knows somebody in, like, another group. Then, like, maybe I'll start, like, some small talk if they just, like, standing there looking awkward. But I will say, and I don't think it's something like men should take personally. Like I do think you do have people who go out to the club looking for somebody that like they want to like find like attractive something. But some people just go out to the club, have fun.
But see, like
go get drinks.
I feel like I see solo men older in the club than solo women older.
Oh yeah.
So, bruh, at first I used to clown, but then I was thinking about it, I'm like, bruh, there's something.
Well, do you remember the old man at Still Life when we were there?
But see, when you gotta really think about, okay, like, why is he doing this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, then I started feeling bad. Like, dang, he probably trying to like hold on to something that ain't that no more. Because I'm not. I mean, me personally, like, no girl, wife, no wife. Like, I'm not in the club after 25. Like, you know, unless I'm like birthday, wedding. Mm-hmm. Because what am I in there for? But I gotta I can go to a rooftop bar. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Sit with one of my friends or whatever. Because Still Life.
I'm never going back there. Like, if you see me in Still Life again, I've only been there like twice.
25 is Still Life, and I'm not even trying to be funny. For the people that are there at 25, they got a 25 plus side. So if you stay on that side, okay. But if you're on that dance floor downstairs, but them girls is 18, bro, 19, bro. Some of them Still Life just catches a mean stray at the end of this episode, bro. Like, Still Life could have sponsored at some point, bro. It's open now.
I would rather go to Limelight.
Yeah, in the borough.
In the borough. And last time I was in the borough at Limelight, this older man in a pickup truck spun the block 3 times and came back to me. And was like,
you should have been gone.
Well, my friends and I were outside like having fun, taking pictures.
It ain't fun no more.
And he's like, "Excuse me."
Is a black dude?
Yeah.
In a pickup? Tough.
Yeah, it was two.
It was different. You should have
two older men.
You give him a chance?
No.
See what I'm saying? That's exactly what I mean by 75%, ladies and gentlemen. And this is where we're gonna close it.
50.
He was it was an honor. It was a pleasure having you on here to kick your game and talk about something that not a lot of people talk about that needs to be talked about. Super important issues, especially in the South. She just pointed them out.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to get educated more, where can they go?
You go to for like legislation stuff.
Yeah.
It'll talk about if you go to ncleg.gov, I think that's what it is. It's their legislative site. It has their House bills, their Senate bills, their agendas and things like that. Because some bills, there was a bill that was passed. It was for education. Parents have direct control over their kids' education. It was like a long bill, but they put some random stuff in the middle of it. They be putting stuff in the middle of bills.
That's like them terms and conditions.
Yes. That's where they see stuff in. So I say ncleg.gov. Even like where you're from, like look up your legislative. Don't go to like Fox News or CNN. Like that's all propaganda, and it's all not propaganda. I'm so sorry. That's the terrible.
But it might as well be. They're aiding on one side.
That's what I'm saying. It's very biased. Like just going out, asking people, doing your research. Because I think like even with current life events that we're seeing today, people are seeing like one side of certain things, and they're making like their own personal like thing. Like before you speak on a topic, make sure you inform yourself and make sure you go from like both sides. So ncleg.gov, even like looking up articles and things like that. Just watch your news sources and things like that.
That's major. That's keys. She giving y'all a free game, man. I mean, I hope y'all taking it. Thanks again, and hopefully to have you on again at some point when you run your own nonprofit worldwide.
I hope I can come back before that.
Well, I was saying it was gonna be soon.
I hope so.
Like that you achieve what you want to achieve. But
let me do my outro real quick.
Oh, what's your outro?
Everybody make sure you get involved within your community. Take that step. And also make sure you subscribe to this man's Discord. Get in the VIP.
This ain't the main Discord plug, bro. This a whole different thing,
VIP
man.
Discord plug, y'all.
Shout
Get
out
in
Sleeper.
there. Shout out Sleeper.
Shout out to Sleeper.
Get y'all's parlays in.
Listen, this has been another episode of the Inside Game Podcast. Like I said in the beginning, I'm your host, John James, and I was here with Versace today, kicking game to y'all. I will see you guys again probably next week, maybe the week after next, depending on how quick we can get some stuff out. But I'll see you guys next time. Peace.